Shh. Welcome to The Walking Dead with three stupid guys. All four stupid guys are here, and Russ's cough. So, how's it going?
Extra guest.
Yeah.
It's excellent. It's excellent that Russ's cough would start off the show.
Yeah.
So seems appropriate.
I think it right off the bat, Russ. Right off the bat, you let the viewers know, our listeners know.
What you thought of this?
I was trying to do it before it went live.
Yeah.
I think I might have beat it. I think it was the buzzer beater.
You think so?
Yeah, because my yellow live thing here hadn't clicked on yet, so I think I might have beat it by like a millisecond.
I couldn't tell.
I think we've beaten this topic to death.
Anyway.
Much like a walker.
Like a walker. This episode was called Twice as Far. You guys happy with that title? Twice as Far was the title of this episode. Was it saying she went twice as far as she'd gone before, ever?
I don't know. Twice as far. I don't know. There were two groups that went out twice as far.
Maybe
one made them twice as far. I don't know. It's not a zinger of a title.
I know I don't hate to get spoilers so early in the episode, but my wife was watching this episode, kind of watching it, not watching it. She goes, "Is she gonna die?" I go, "Well, it looks like she's trying to. She's trying to die." And then after she survived all the different things, I go, guess not.
And then you said your famous line.
I don't know.
She dies. She dies.
She dies. She dies. Yeah, I screwed that up. She dies. She dies. I think I said that during the episode. I said she died. She died. So you guys ready to start this recap? As always, just you have something, jump in, pitch in, do whatever you want. We start out with a montage. Go ahead.
Well, I would like to just jump in and say, hey, follow, subscribe to our podcast on iTunes,
Hey, that's a good idea, Matt. Why don't you give the information?
Oh, about Jay and Jack patrons and supporting us there. You can follow a lot of the Jay and Jack podcasts on the whole enchilada feed. Check out the whole wide range of topics that they cover. So, and rate and review us on iTunes. That helps.
Merryman.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get. That's
Sporting news with three stupid guys. Game of Thrones is coming back. Leftovers.
Oh, yeah.
Lost podcast every now and then. Survivor. The Amazing Race. And now Dancing with the Stars with Jack and Cindy. Yes, we recorded that. Some of it last night and the rest today. So yes, Dancing with the Stars with
Dancing
Jack
with the Stars.
and Cindy.
Nice.
First time I've ever watched
Check that one out.
from start to finish. I don't know if you guys watch Dancing with the Stars. Mike, I think you're probably a big fan of it because it has music, right, Mike?
I've never seen that show.
You've never? It has music, Mike.
Mike.
And football stars.
Mike picks all the higher seeds on that one too.
Well, don't.
And just like getting my bracket in, I missed it.
don't pick Geraldo Herrera, and don't pick Misha Barton or Doug Flutie would not be a good one to go with right now. But Geraldo, my God.
Okay. Really?
Terrible.
Watch out.
Literally the worst dancer I've ever seen, and I don't watch the show. I've never been a big.
He always looks kind of stiff as a board, and apparently you can break chairs across his nose.
He was, yeah, you can. He was.
That's the legend has it.
He was just brutal. But he's to be fair, he's 72 years old. So.
Who? Geraldo 72.
72.
Hey, isn't he married to Connie Chung still?
No, that was
different.
That's Maury Povich.
Oh, who's Geraldo married to?
Some girl, some woman. I don't know.
We're the same guys,
obviously not a dancer.
Well, anyway, you know what we will talk about after The Walking Dead today? We're going to talk about sports.
Yeah,
so,
there'll be a short segment on sports.
Yeah. So, but go ahead, Russ.
I was going to say I'm glad Jack said woman and not or he said some girl and not the C word.
Chick.
Yeah, we're trying to.
There's a lot of different C words out there, and that's when you say that about women, I
had to think for a second, Russ. If we use the other C word, the podcast would probably be over.
I don't think chicks get this to explicit label.
We're not that explicit.
No.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we have two words we can't say anymore: the C word and the M word.
Cheeseburger?
What? Mountain?
No.
Madness?
Chicks and Midwesterners.
Oh,
Midwesterners. Okay.
Got that. I had no idea where he was going with that.
Marijuana.
Anyway, twice as far. We started with a
We're
montage.
off the rails.
Yes, I had to. They never stay on topic. Took them 30 minutes to get to talking about The Walking Dead.
Look, our opening was twice as far as this episode could take you, so
Exactly.
we'll focus on the recap now.
It's taking us twice as far to get to the opening.
Shoot
thing
that
here.
poison arrow through my eye. And that's the best I can sing. So there used to be a song. Mike probably knows the song, right, Mike?
I would go with "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" instead.
Hit me with your best shot.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, yeah.
Nice. So we started with.
I've got a title, a song title.
Can't wait to hear this one.
Eye of the Tiger.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice one, Russ.
wins.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Did you use that one for Carl?
No.
Is this a rehash of a? I like that. It's the Eye of the Tiger. I like that.
Yeah.
But that was a more positive song, wasn't Eye of the Tiger?
Hey, could you maybe get Colleen to make that our opening song for this episode?
Sure, because she has nothing better to do than find
Yeah,
opening songs.
she didn't even want to edit out a flub from last week, so it's okay.
A flub from last week.
Yeah,
So anyway,
when we lost you, we lost you for that second.
That's right.
And,
You can go to patreon.com/jayandjack and help us out if you like.
yeah, get Colleen some more money so she'll actually edit the show.
Because this is like if you're listening to this, you're like going, oh my gosh, I can't wait to listen to the other podcasts. They must be so good.
I'm just saying, now that Dale is gone, we have definitely replaced him as the show off the rails.
we need.
You never know where this show's going.
Hey Russ, your cough
Yeah.
could be Dell's laugh.
That's true.
Could be.
Is anyone else hearing feedback?
No.
Okay,
No.
I'm not hearing it now. All right, so we start off with a montage. We have Olive. She's doing food inventory. Morgan is working out, and then we find Morgan's working on his gel. And I got to ask this question right off the bat: where did Morgan get all those cinder blocks?
Really? That was what you were. I kept thinking. Wow, Russ was right.
Yeah.
That was with my immediate.
Well, I didn't want to. I hate to think when Russ is right because it makes me ill. I get sick to my stomach. But where did he go down to the Home Depot and get all those cinder blocks to build the gel cell?
And the Quikrete.
Yeah. Any thoughts on that, Mike?
Wait, what was the question?
We're talking about the cinder. He's building a gel cell.
The most important part.
And he's got all these cinder blocks. Where did he get all these cinder blocks from?
Well, I was thinking that they probably had them. Remember whenever they first got to Alexandria.
Yeah.
What's his name was talking about how he built all the walls and he had material to reinforce them and everything.
Okay.
I just thought maybe it was some of that stuff.
Okay, so I think building a gel cell's cool, but if you need to reinforce the walls to keep people out, I'd probably be using that more on that than a gel cell. No, am I the only person that thought that?
Yeah.
Probably.
And then Rick, and then Rick.
I like what. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Rick he had a 2-episode streak going where you could just come up and say what. This time Rick blows it by saying why. So I'm right off the bat, this episode's ticking me off.
Wow.
But then Morgan, the montage starts up again, and we see Carol sitting on the swing smoking. I think she kisses Tobin. Is it Tobin?
No, he kissed her.
Tobin.
He kissed her.
Yeah.
She sat on the swing. You got Rosita sleeping with Spencer. So was Russ jealous there?
I was.
Yeah. You're upset. Were you jealous, Mike? Spencer sleeping with.
I was.
Like
the first half hour of this episode had me checking Twitter, checking Instagram. It was a little slow.
It was a little slow.
Until one certain moment that happened. But I'll let you go back to your recap.
Then Carol talks with Daryl and says to him, "You got your bike back." and they have a nice little chat. Daryl tells Carol he should have killed them. Any thoughts on that, guys? We know what's going on here, Matt.
Yeah. Well, so he's talking about that guy that
Yeah.
stole his bike, and
He should have killed him.
yeah, and then I kept thinking about the whole. Well, what she says immediately after that was the part that got me when she says, "Doesn't he ask her like, well, what did they do to you?" And she's like, "Nothing."
Yeah. He says what he goes. He asked Carol, "What did the people that took you? What did they do to you?" She says, "They didn't do anything to us."
Yeah.
But we did.
Like,
We did to them.
Yeah. I think it's just matter of fact. Very, very. No, we did it to them. I thought it was a pretty cool line by Carol. I don't know. And then the final scene of this before they go to their theme song is we see the swing with an ashtray full of cigarette butts. And they go,
Right.
So she's really into the smoking thing. And I think would be hard to find cigarettes, at the local AM/PM.
Well, there's less smokers around. You know?
Oh, I didn't think about that. It's true.
Most people are out there getting
She
them.
might have went to
so.
7-Eleven instead of AM/PM.
She said, "Hey Morgan, when you go by the Home Depot, can you pick me up some smokes?"
Well, the
apothecary.
Going from Georgia to the D.C. area, you actually do pass the big Philip Morris plant, so maybe they stopped in there on the way, stocked up.
And Morgan, when he's the scene they always show.
They picked up some cigarettes and cinder blocks, like hello.
The scene where Morgan's working out, is that just the same scene of him working out every time? Because it looks like it's the same area, he's doing the same thing.
It does look like he's wearing the same clothes, but their clothes do change in that opening sequence.
Okay.
What I thought was weird was that weird film filter that they put on those scenes, like as if that was the day passing by.
Yeah, that could be it.
Like,
That's
I don't know how many days
Gabriel's walking around. Gabriel's walking around. He's hardcore now. You got Eugene's hardcore. Rosita's up. Is doing stuff. So anyway, so we have Denise's. We still have that same walker who's stuck in that pole by the car. They for some reason
That's
won't
right.
kill. They won't kill that guy. What's the point? And it doesn't eventually your face decay enough that you get free. Or is it stuck in bone? I'm confused.
It was really gross. Yeah, it looked like it was right by the cheek.
Yeah. Is he going to get loose and kill somebody? Is he going to get loose and is there going to be another Dale incident where he just rips their guts apart?
It'd be kind of cool if like that, because you called it early on in this whole entire arc with, I think at the beginning of this whole season, you're like, why don't they just kill that guy?
Yeah, why not?
And I kept thinking, why does Jack care about that stupid guy? But here he is. I'm still.
Well, because I do a talk show, a sports talk show, Walking Dead with stupid guys. So we've got this. But it just seems weird that this guy is just and it's caught in his face. Shoot him already! It just I don't get it. Maybe someone can explain it to me, but we don't. But Denise is up on the top of the wall staring at the guy, and then she's reading something. I have no idea at this point what she's doing. Then we have Spencer's chasing down Rosita. Says, "Hey, I want to make you some beef jerky stroganoff." Anybody had that, Russ?
Never have.
Never have, Mike.
Nope.
I hear it goes good with beer, Mike. You sure?
Positive.
Positive. And Matt, have you ever had it?
I think so in the past at some point. Russ is texting me. Thanks, Russ.
Couldn't say them,
When he said beef stroganoff, I thought he said some beef jerky stroganoff. I thought it was some kind of strange
Like
sex euphemism or something like that. I was
No,
like,
no,
what are you talking?
No, he's making beef jerky stroganoff. But Rosita, it's funny because Rita's like, "What? Yeah, okay, I'll have dinner with you. I really just want to have sex with you, but."
You know what the thing was? Is
No,
like when he asked her like, so like, what are we? I was like going, who cares?
Right.
I'd be like, hey, I'll see you in the bed later.
Well, let's speak for Spencer. He recently just lost his mom, and his whole family, right?
Right.
No, he didn't lose her. He found her. She was walking around the woods.
Well, okay, to be fair with Spencer, though, he said, both are okay.
Yeah,
Like,
he
and
did
I
say
think
both are okay.
I think the reason why he said, "What are we doing here?" which is, by the way, like the worst move to pull on like some hot babe, and you're in the zombie apocalypse. Just go with it, right?
So now they're hot babes.
Sorry.
We've moved on from chicks to hot babes.
Hey, the hot babes.
I'm just saying that Rosita is a very classy lady, and she can take care of herself, and she looks good too. They always show off her midriff. They have never shied away from that.
It's the full package, what you're saying.
How would you classify former guest Liz Loza?
Can we, let's just move on from this babe talk.
A smart football analysis would be the right answer.
There you go.
The defendant
You took the words right out of my mouth, Mike.
The question.
One of us stupid guys can figure it out.
Way to go, Mike.
What are we doing here, guys?
Yeah. Well,
The
Denise tells Rosita and Daryl that the Edison gift shop has a pharmacy there, has drugs there, and she wants to go. And like someone pointed out on our Facebook page, and I said right away, I go, yeah, you want your only doctor in a world filled where there's not a lot of doctors anymore to be the one to go on all kinds of missions, especially someone who's never been outside and never experienced it. And Rosita said, well, I'm not going to babysit her alone. So Denise wants to go, and they take her.
To be clear, they don't make the point. They don't make the case like, hey, you're the only doctor here.
Yeah.
Like, we protect you.
Yeah. So you can help us if we say, I get shot.
Yeah, you're the only doctor. Like, somebody needed to say that to her.
In a world, again, there's not a lot of people left. There's not a lot of doctors left, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, make the case,
Plus,
pull out the heart.
You've never told Tara you love her yet either. Why take that risk?
Well,
anyway.
at least she got the metaphor to give to her.
All right, so now we have Daryl driving down the road, and he can't drive a stick shift. Where did this come from? Daryl should look. I'm sorry, I'm stereotyping Daryl here. I would think Daryl would know how to drive a stick shift.
Daryl lost a lot of cool points there when he couldn't drive that.
Yeah.
But he can drive a motorcycle, which
has a clutch on it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, it would be like saying, hey, farm boy, you try to drive this pickup truck that we got from a farm. By the way, it has a stick shift, and the guy that's grown up driving tractors can't drive. Right. It would just make no anyway.
Well, let's go around the table here. Matt, can you drive stick shift?
Yes, I could.
Mike?
No.
No. Well, you're from the city, boy. Russ,
die in the post-apocalyptic world.
You can never be on Amazing Race, Mike.
I have owned more cars that have been standard than I have automatics.
Really? I don't like, especially in city driving, I don't like it because I hate coming to a stoplight and having to do a whole paint. I hate doing that. My wife came out here with a Mustang she had, and it has stick shift, and I hated it because every time, because it's all stop and go traffic. But yeah, I can. Right. She says I'm terrible at it, but I'm better than Daryl, and I can drive. So there goes Mike. We were going to be partners on the Amazing Race, but now you can forget about it. You can't drive a stick shift. I mean, people, every year, every season, someone will go on that show, and both people will not know how to drive a stick shift.
Were you guys going to go on the show together? I didn't know this, but this is...
Well, I was filling out the application tonight, but fine, I'll just stop filling it out.
Hey, Matt, if they're going on the show together, then we need to go because we would definitely beat them.
No, you wouldn't, because you'd be stopping to eat every...
That's true, Russ. We would stop way too much to eat.
This place has hamburgers.
But somehow, in some backwards way, we would catch the right flight. So,
we would. We wouldn't miss any flights to find a hat.
I'm really great at visual clues. So, that's kind of my strength. and I can run.
Jack, you might have flight delay problems with me because I had a 3-hour flight delay over the weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of flight delays too. So yeah, we probably lose.
No one would take us on a Walker mission. But if we did go, 3 of us could drive the stick shift. That's all we're saying, writers.
We would definitely take the long way around.
Like this podcast.
Exactly. So they come up and Rosita says, Daryl, stop because there's a tree blocking the way. Rosita comes up to the tree. They tell Denise to stay in the car. And she's looking behind her like, is she going to get killed now? Is she going to get killed now? Literally, this whole episode, I was waiting for her to die. Anybody else?
She was looking for it the whole time. Like, hey, Walker. Hey, dead baby. Hey. Sorry.
You might as well have had a red shirt on. I kept expecting her to die. It was, let's see, and then Rosita's going through the tree, and she sees a walker. She kills it. It was kind of weak, I thought. Just kind of hit him in the head, but she had alcohol, booze, so she's all happy. Daryl and Denise take the. Daryl doesn't want to take the train tracks. He's not taking the tracks, and Rosita takes the tracks. Is this a smart thing to separate like this?
Knowing what we know now, no.
No. Because you got someone in their first time out. Denise, what are you telling her it's okay to separate? No?
Yeah, I want to separate it, but I was trying to figure out why Daryl refused to do the train tracks.
He said no tracks.
Yeah, like why?
Is that because of
Terminus? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That was my thought. But I thought, well, you killed those guys. Why would you be still afraid of Terminus? But
it was
maybe
it was a nasty experience for him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the other thing with train tracks, if you think about it, like if you walk on the train tracks, you're exposed.
Right.
Like we find out later. Whereas like when you see him walk away, like he kind of goes more towards the buildings and kind of like is trying to kind of hide a little bit more.
But it was half the distance to go to the train track opposed to the other thing. But I just thought it was odd that you're taking a new person on there, and you don't show solidarity and at least show that you shouldn't separate. But it doesn't matter because she's not going to last anyway. You got Abraham and Eugene are out there on patrol. Eugene's giving his whole story, how he's he's hard now. He's on his second stage. He doesn't need help anymore. He's not the same guy he used to be. And Abraham goes, yeah, okay, whatever, and walks away from him. So Abraham's not believing that Eugene is a new. Russ, what do you think? Are you sold on the new Eugene?
No.
No. So you're Abraham.
I am Abraham. I think that was the whole reason why that guy was asking Rosita what the deal is, because I think he was probably like, yeah, Abraham will kick my ass.
You think that's what it was?
Oh yeah.
Does he know Abraham?
Sure.
All right, so we come up. The next scene is Rosita is sitting there waiting for Daryl and Denise, and Denise says, "Sorry, I didn't mean to go with Daryl, but felt I had to." They come up to. Then Denise asks Rosita, who taught her how to fight. Is this an awkward scene? What do you think, Mike?
Sure.
Well, he's basically they're hinting that Abraham is the one that taught her to fight, right?
Right. Yeah.
Nah, Rosita's a natural badass. She was born to fight. Yeah,
you think so?
Definitely.
No, Abraham.
Abraham taught her to fight because she kind of goes, Denise goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oops. Didn't mean to say that." But Rosita says, and a lot of people taught her how to fight. She's learned from a lot of different people.
Well, didn't she learn from the governor?
The governor.
No, you're thinking of Denise's girlfriend.
Oh, she was with them, right?
Yeah,
not Rosita.
Tara. Yeah, Tara was with them.
Yeah.
Abraham, Rosita, and Eugene all came in together from Texas, I thought.
Houston, right?
Houston.
Somewhere in Texas.
Yeah.
It's all the same place, right?
It's one big Houston star.
So they come up. They come up to they find the pharmacy, the store, and was that human blood handprints all over the walls? like they were trying to get in, and like
Yeah.
Father Gabriel wasn't letting them in the store. They're trying to get in, and the walkers ended up eating them. It sure looked like human hands, and it looked like blood. I'm the only one. Who's getting a text?
No, it's not me.
Not me.
I swear.
Okay.
It would
I
be
think
me.
it's Mike.
It would be-
I thought it was.
I'm texting a podcast at the same time.
I thought it was Walker hands that were like all over the thing.
Yeah, that's what I
they were
thought.
Walker.
It was Walker hands.
I'm gonna disagree and say it was human hands. Mike, do you have a theory on it?
I think
I
they were
agree.
all
Walker
Walkers.
hands.
To
I
me,
think
it's
if
more
they were human
dramatic.
hands,
It's
they
human.
would have broken the glass.
No, okay. I know we're going in chronological order, but let's just get to like there's someone inside that building that we find out
Yeah,
that died there.
and he wasn't opening the door.
Right.
And these
To-
walkers are trying. I'm gonna say they were human hands. The hands look pretty, because walkers have like
Human hands from a walker, from a dead person.
No, they're human hands. There are people who are trying to get into the store to escape
get-
walkers.
I think they're Walker hands because after they keep beating on something, like they start leaking goop and whatnot.
But isn't it black goop? This was red. This was red.
Yeah, but the Walker blood and all that is,
It's just
Black.
yeah. It's no.
All right. I'm saying yes, it's human, and we have two. Which way are you going, Mike?
I'm all in with Jack. Putting
Okay,
all my points on Jack.
So there we go. The Amazing Race part.
Mike is taking the higher seed.
I can't believe I'm siding with this guy, but Russ here. But I think Russ is on to some things. Like he's had some pretty phenomenal. I mean, with the jail. And by the way, I just have to say that I had something guessed right. I
Really?
thought that
You knew your name was Matt?
Chicks? Hot chicks?
Midwesterners? Which one? Oh, what's her name? You were right about what's her name that was our guest.
Liz Loza.
That's it. Yeah, you're
all right. Look, I'm just gonna wait and bring my trap later.
Oh, so
So-
it's not. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Wait, on
sure.
Liz Loza? You're gonna spin your trap on Liz Loza? Whoa.
No, that is not exactly what.
I guess
happened.
she's not gonna be a guest again.
I just,
So the next thing we have.
it's gonna be so awkward when she does come back on. So
Eugene
Go ahead.
picks up the location he's looking for. He says it's easy peasy, and he tells Abraham we're going to manufacture bullets. So that's a great thing to have. He thinks he can do it. He knows he can do it. Then Abraham sees a walker, and Eugene says, "Oh, I got this. I call dibs." And as we know in the walker world, if you call dibs, that walker is yours, right?
Yes.
But the walker has a chrome head, and he tries to hit him in the head, and ting, nothing happens, and they're going back and forth, and he's trying to reach the rebar, and he can't get it, and so Abraham kills his walker, which Eugene is ticked off because he called dibs, and you don't do that.
He's like, that was an exclusive Game of Thrones walker. I would have got bonus points for that.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but I'm not gonna spoil anyone. But I thought the same thing on the walker.
All right. Well, Abraham did give him the 1, 2, 3 strike count.
Yeah, he did.
He did. I mean, come on, that's fair enough, right?
But then Eugene tells him, I do like Abraham's line. You had a better chance of picking up the turd from the clean in.
Yeah, that's good.
I've never heard that before. Is that something you hear in the Midwest all the time, Mike? Matt?
I've never heard that, but I think Abraham has some pretty wise wisdom when it comes to turds, because he had that turd joke a couple episodes ago.
That was a good one. I liked it. I thought it was funny. Then they bicker some more. Eugene tells him he no longer needs your protection. Which
Your services are no longer needed.
Right, and so I think Abraham was not happy, and Abraham said, "All right, going home. You're on your own."
See ya.
Eugene broke up with Abraham, like Abraham broke up with Zeta.
Yeah, it's just it happens.
Huh.
There's just
that's
heartbreak.
kind of
There's like
interesting.
heartbreak all over.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Matt?
Oh, I just thought that was an interesting observation of Mike's, like that he would break up. Because, you know, I mean, obviously Eugene saw Rosita more and more of the ramifications, and so he might be actually kind of sympathetic for her. And so, you know, he might just be like, all right, you got me here. I don't need you. Like,
is that what you were getting at, Mike? That you think that?
Well, Eugene saw a lot of that relationship from what we saw.
Yeah.
right.
But now, was he angry with the way that Abraham treated Rosita?
Yeah, like
I think so. He has nothing to watch anymore.
I think it was Abraham getting a taste of his own medicine.
You think so?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Good catch, guys. You guys aren't stupid.
Here we are.
We're as smart as a pile. We're as smart as a pile of cinder blocks.
Wait until the jokes start coming for the upcoming scene with Eugene and Dwight.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to figure out how to write that one down. That was a tough one to write down. Just to record a Merry Man podcast would have been no issues there. But so anyway, we got Daryl, Denise, and Rosita search the drugstore. They find the drugs. They open it up, and they hear. And then Denise looks at the keychains. Anyone think that she found one that said Tara?
Huh.
At that point, I thought she found one that said Tara.
I was thinking that she was looking for Tara, actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought for sure she had Tara.
Wait, is Tara a kind of soda?
Yeah. Tara Light. And then they hear something, and they both say, and both Daryl and Rosita say, "That's only one." But Denise has to go investigate, and this was a pretty gross scene. She finds a walker with a broken leg who may have eaten the baby.
No, I thought the person killed the baby.
Yeah, I thought the baby was like they drowned him.
Really? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
I saw chunks of flesh, so I'm just like going, drown the baby. I thought it was a sink.
Jack's betting 100% tonight. I think they were eating the baby.
Yeah, I think they ate the baby.
No, why?
No.
They have hush hush written on the thing. The baby was crying. All of the walkers are at the door with the handprints trying to get into them.
No.
And I think he drowned the baby.
No,
so the baby wouldn't cry anymore.
I'm going to disagree because the humans were trying to get in, and they didn't want to open the door for the humans because they only have so much food. And
okay, well, the hush hush still thing, you know, it's pretty solid there.
Yeah.
I don't know why you get.
I'm with you on that. I'm with Matt on this one.
All right. Yeah. Clearly, the guys have drawn dividing lines this episode.
So Mike and I are on the same page. You two are on the. Because there was a shoe there, right? There was a shoe. And looked like pieces of body parts.
I don't want to think about it that much.
The name of our podcast today is called Divided.
Divided.
Divided twice as far. There we go, Matt. So now Matt and I are on the same page. Okay, we're going to disagree on that. Maybe I'll do some research later on, but I thought for sure that the walker ate the baby.
Ooh.
And they just couldn't show it because who wants to see that? Anyway, so she goes outside. Denise can't handle it. She goes outside, and but her keychain says Denise, not Tara, so I was wrong there. Daryl tells her she did good. They found this place, but Rosita tells her, "I tried to tell you. We both tried to tell you. You weren't ready." So she doesn't sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Was Rosita harsh there, or was she giving some tough love?
Well,
I think she was just tired. I think she was just tired of being a babysitter.
Okay, Mike, what were you gonna say?
From what we've seen from Rosita this season, she's like not putting up with any nonsense, like trying to train people to fight and all that. She's like, you learned it the first time.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. She's had a rough stretch. Abraham dumped her, and she's gonna have to have beef jerky stroganoff. So they're walking back. They're having a nice talk on the tracks. She's basically telling her about her brother, how they were twins. They were born, 6 minutes apart?
Yeah, and it was her older brother, and this is the point that I wanted to make.
Okay.
You had asked me a couple episodes ago, like who Daryl reminded her of, and I said her older brother. So.
You did say that. You did. Okay.
So I just, I was really. Mike's giving me the golf clap. Thanks, and Jack. Yeah.
Russ is too, but his picture's not moving. So you got a round of applause.
Okay. Well, I thought Russ and I were we were batting 1,000, with this episode as far as guessing things in the future.
500.
Okay.
You're wrong about the baby.
You're wrong about the baby. Okay, well, we'll throw that baby out with the bath water and just get a whole new bath.
So Denise's walk is okay. Going back to the hush hush. Why do they have to write hush hush to a baby who can't read?
They're going crazy. They're going crazy.
It might have been Doogie Howser. It was a smart baby.
Hush hush.
It's a small toddler, and they're like hush hush, like be quiet.
I think they wrote it with the baby's blood.
Well, they were going insane. They were going insane. Oh, you know what it was? The child was a zombie baby, and they were trying to teach the zombie baby to be quiet, because it clearly got infected, and they kept it alive, and then eventually that zombie baby ate that person.
You should have stopped at Denise was Daryl looking at her brother. You got to know when to stop. The streak was going great, and you just kind of killed it there.
No way to hold them. No way to fold.
You should have stopped when you said the zombie baby was from the Midwest. Like that was.
Look, it makes sense though. Think about it. It's a baby. Hush, hush. Okay. All right. Anyway.
Why would they have to write it down?
Whoa. It's like I give up. It's like whoa.
Wait. Maybe one of them was a mute.
It's still a baby.
I don't know.
All right. So Denise.
The baby was drowning.
And here's what part that was bugging me too. Denise is like 20 feet behind Rosita and Daryl. We got to go back. She's the only doctor they have. So she's way out in front. So, of course, Denise veers off. She goes down, looks at the car. Rookie mistake, by the way. And then there's a walker.
Hey, they've got a cooler.
Yeah, they got a cooler.
She's like, hey.
Soda!
Was it going to be like a heart in there, like a heart transplant? But they got a cooler. She wants that cooler. And she goes on the other side of the car. And then, of course, the walker wants to keep the cooler and attacks her. So they're going back and forth. Oh, Denise is going to die. Daryl and Rosita run back. Oh, no, we got to run back. And Denise finally gets on top, says, I got this. No. And she stabs the walker in the head, killing the walker. And then she throws up on her glasses. Now, did she throw up on her glasses so she wouldn't be wearing her glasses when the arrow went through her eye?
Although it would have been much cooler.
Now that you
could have done slow motion, the arrow coming through, like slow motion, the glasses flying off.
No, I think Jack's right. It's easier to do it with the glasses off, but that's a good point.
It would have been like Piggy from Lord of the Pigs, like Lord of the Rings, or Lord of the Pigs, or Lord of the Flies. I'll get it right one of these times.
Lord of the Pigs, I like it.
Lord of the Pig, Lord of the Bacon, Lord of the Sausage, Lord of the Ham Sandwich. I'm sorry, we're making Russ hungry. Sorry, Russ. We're almost done here, Russ. Hang on. I just thought there was a reason why they had her throw on her glasses, and then when you see what happens.
I thought maybe she drank one of the beers that was in the cooler for 3 years.
It was soda.
Kager. Yeah, it was all. It looked like it was just like root beer. There was like 5 root beers and 1 orange crush.
Yeah, Daryl yells at her for an orange crush, and then Rosita asks her if she's stupid, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm stupid." And then she goes on this whole thing. She goes, she wants Daryl. She wanted to bring Daryl because it was like her brother. There, Matt won that one. And then Rosita because she's alone, and she doesn't think she's ever had to have been alone. So, because Rosita's hurting, but she has Spencer.
She's known these people for so long that she could tell all these things about these people.
But she was right. Right?
Yeah, I mean, she has spent time with them. Days have passed. There was at least 2 or 3 day changes at the beginning of this episode. So, but
knowing what happened next, I think they propped her up a little bit, and made her look a little better than she should have been.
Well, she's telling everyone how afraid she was and how she didn't tell Tara she loved her and how she's just afraid to go out and all this stuff. And then, out of nowhere, boom, arrow right through the back of her head into her eye. And she's still kind of talking, and they're going, Denise?
That's when I put down Instagram. That's when I put down Instagram, put down my phone. I was like, holy sh... All right, this episode just got good.
And so it's trying to read my writing here. The gang arrived with
the return
Eugene.
of Dwight.
It's Dwight, and Dwight's looking a little burnt there. Was he burnt before?
No.
No, didn't Daryl? Isn't that from Daryl? Right?
That's what I was thinking. I thought he was there with the motorcycle gang.
Motorcycle gang, yeah.
I thought he was gonna say, "Hi, I'm Dwight. I'm the assistant to the assistant of the gang leader."
Well, he looked like he was the leader here. They take their weapons. He has Daryl's crossbow. Has a kick to it. He wasn't even aiming for her, but she died anyway. Daryl says, "I should have killed you." And then Eugene sees Abraham, so they're going back and forth. And Rosita asks him what he wants, and he goes, "Well, I don't even know your name." She goes, "Rosita." He says, well, Rosita, we want to go back to your compound. You're going to take us back to your compound. We're going to take whatever or whoever we want. If you don't, we'll kill this guy, Eugene, then you, then Daryl. And then Eugene does, Eugene makes his move, let's say, and he clamps onto Daryl in the midsection region.
You know, I wonder. I wonder if he was like thinking, "Hey, I've seen Rosita do that before."
Okay, Mike, you were gonna say.
Do you think it was fair that he didn't claim dibs or claimed? Or did he bite off more than he could chew?
It might have been more than he could chew. Matt, do you have anything to add to this?
I have nothing to add to this.
Come on, you got a couple days. You got to have something.
Here's my question.
Do we have a song to go with this? Is there a song that we can think of?
We don't have it. We don't have a song.
Oh, wait, another one bites the dust.
There you go.
Yeah, and you can just change that one word there. So
yeah.
Another one bites my. There you go.
Yep.
Here's my question.
So
why didn't Derek just shoot him in the head when he was biting down? Now, was it like Shawshank Redemption, where we've all seen it, right? Where he says, "If you do this, I'm going to bite down, and if you hit me, my jaw will lock." So was he?
Well, it seems like he'd already been down, so I think you got to go to the next step.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you shoot him in the head?
Well, I mean, I think he was just struggling at that point. I don't know if what he was probably thinking, but didn't he have the crossbow? I mean, how can you shoot a crossbow?
Didn't he have a gun also? I thought he had a gun.
He had a gun in a holster on his hip.
Well, that's the thing. He's not thinking because it's so shocking, right? Like you just don't expect that to happen.
All the blood rushed to his head.
He just couldn't think with the other head.
No.
So.
Blood rushed to his head. That's a good one, Mike.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, a fight breaks out. The gunfires exchange. Rosita saves Abraham, though. You guys were shocked by that?
They all saved each other.
Well,
they all saved each other. It's like they're the A team.
But Rosita, if she doesn't shoot that guy, Abraham's dead. And
right.
then they retreat. We find out that Eugene has been hit.
The only person in their group that got hit, really.
Yeah.
Versus about 12 other people, 15 people.
Because they couldn't hit. They couldn't hit. It's like
the gang that couldn't shoot.
It's like Miami Vice. You ever watch Miami Vice?
Yep.
Crockett and Tubbs would have their little handguns. The trained assassins would have machine guns, automatic machine guns. Could never hit Crockett and Tubbs. Crockett and Tubbs would roll on the ground, fire one shot, boom, down they go.
That's all they needed was one shot.
All they needed was one shot. And then, of course, Crockett would always come up with his hair perfect. He'd be wearing that white jacket thing. No grass stain on there. He'd be fine.
One might say Eugene only had one shot that episode.
That's true. We find out Eugene is all right. Abraham, yes, he tells Abraham he should apologize. He said he's sorry. Commented on his act of bravery.
I feel like Matt might have wrote down that line exactly.
Did you write down the line, Matt?
What?
What Abraham said to Eugene? No.
No. What? Okay. Why would I write that down?
Well, I didn't write it down, but I think I have it written down in my memory.
Well, why don't you tell us what it was, Mike?
I think like you sure know how to bite a dick.
Oh.
That's what he said. It was in the show, so we're gonna go ahead and say it.
Sure.
He's
yeah.
Sorry.
That would have been a good infomercial there for Take a Bite Out of Crime.
Yeah, there you go.
It's also a good podcast title for this episode.
Yeah, there you go. So he says he's sorry. Abraham does say he's sorry. He questioned his skills. He is a stage 2, which is he goes. I've been stage 2 for a while. So then we go to Abraham. He hooks up with Sasha, huh? At least that's what we're assuming, right?
Right. Yeah.
Daryl is burying Denise. Carol's helping. Here's another question. When did they have time to go back and get Denise?
Right. Yeah.
Are we just assuming that
they said that it wasn't that far, so
okay,
it's quite possible, I guess.
And they did have the pickup truck, so
okay, so maybe they went back and got her.
And the whole other group ran the other way, so nobody was over there.
I thought maybe that episode they were gonna skip around and it was gonna be like 2 years from ago again, like how they always skip around.
Right, but they haven't been doing that. So we have Carol tells Daryl, "You were right," and so we talk. He's right that he should have killed them.
Right.
Okay, and then Tobin reads a letter from Carol. Carol has left the building, and that's it. Carol can't kill anymore. She doesn't want to help. She doesn't want to be there anymore. So she's going on the road where she's gonna not have to kill anybody ever again. And that's how the episode ended.
Did she sign off the bottom? Did she sign off the bottom of the letter like "Good riddance"?
I don't know.
I never loved you, Tobin. I always loved Daryl Dixon. He had my heart the whole time. Send my love, dear Mrs. Beauregard. No, the part where Morgan was watching the chair creaking.
Yeah.
Because. And
it's his fault she left.
Well, and he recognizes it. Yeah. He knows that she left.
Yeah.
It's like a tease for the next episode, like he might go after her or something.
Oh yeah, of course, but it's the fact that he himself, like, he didn't even have to read the note. He just is like watching that porch swing and nobody's there.
Well, anytime you see a porch swinging on its own, somebody has left.
He's a Zen master. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's like in tune with. He's like, what? Carol left?
Except in Back to the Future, they always seem to come back to the porch swing.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, let's go around the table. Russ, did you like this episode?
I liked the last half hour.
Last half hour.
Yeah. First half hour was kind of slow.
And Mike?
It gets a B+. Yeah, first half hour is slow. Checking Instagram was like, oh, we got characters coming out that have never been outside. Oh, they're going to learn how to kill for the first time. Oh, we've never seen that before in the show. But then the arrow came shooting through the eye and woke everything up.
Because now it's not really zombie kill of the week, it's human kill of the week. How many different ways can they kill a human? Right?
Right.
Oh, you had Game of Thrones zombie there with the metal helmet.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. That is our zombie. Yeah, beat the zombie of the week.
And Matt, did you like this episode?
Yeah, I did. It was enjoyable. So, I can see where like the show would really drag if you had to watch commercials. I guess because I always watch it just seamlessly or whatever. It didn't drag too much for me, but I like the Denise character. My wife's name is actually Denise. Looks nothing like her.
Hold on a second. You're in the basement with plastic all around, and you're talking about a character. We're not. What are you talking about here?
What? No, just my wife is named Denise.
Okay. I didn't know if you're trying to kill someone or I just.
My wife.
Yeah, this isn't an episode of Fargo here. No, I happen to love my wife quite a bit. But anyway, her name Denise, like she's meant.
Wouldn't that be the first thing a killer would say?
Yeah, that is true.
I think they should have taken Denise's good eye and given it to Carl.
Hey, that's a good idea.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
He needed one. He needs one.
No, what I was gonna say is she's always had her name mispronounced as Dennis. So she's always annoyed by the fact that she always gets like this Dennis? Coffee for Dennis?
Why does she not have an E at the end? Does she not have an E at the end of her
No,
name?
she has an E at the end, but people just you know how they murder names.
Yeah.
So
In the Midwest, the E is silent.
right.
I'm gonna say I like this. I like this episode. I like the fact Rosita got some more airtime. I like the whole Daryl thing. Denise dying. Like I said, it didn't make sense. You don't take the only doctor out on a mission where you could have easily done it without her. But someone said, I don't know, it was Mike or Matt that said you just be more persuasive, saying you're the only doctor. We can't take you out there because she's not stupid.
I'll take credit for it.
It was Matt. I thought it was a good episode. I like Matt. I don't watch the commercials. I fast forward through it. So
in the comic books, somebody else got the arrow through the eye.
Really?
Is this slight spoilery, or do we give a spoiler warning? Do you want to tell us? So I'm curious. I don't.
All right, spoiler.
It was somebody else that was in that area.
Okay.
So Abraham?
There you go.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Huh. Wow. Boy, that would kind of suck to lose Abraham, but somebody's coming up on the chopping block soon. What's that?
It's cool that they're like varying off from like the comic books and like changing it up a little bit.
Yeah, and there's a major character death coming up. And I don't know who it is, but in the comic books I know who it is. So, and it's kind of out there, but so I won't kind of reveal that.
Somebody that might be doing movies now.
Right. but we won't say who that is in case people are wanting to avoid spoilers or potential spoilers. Because you just never know.
Like me.
Well, we only have 2 episodes left, so we'll know soon enough. But
yep. Yeah, Baby Judas has moved on to making the next Godfather movie.
So we need another
Who?
Godfather.
Baby Judas has moved on to the next Godfather movie.
But I will.
Baby Judith, they were telling to hush hush.
Oh, that's really dark. That's really dark.
I didn't write hush hush. I didn't have the dead baby shoe there.
Hey, send us a tweet at 3 Stupid Guys. Let us know. Like, did you think the baby was dead? Like, tell us your theory about it. Because, and I do have a Matt Pot theory of the week. I was working on this.
All right, it's Matt Pot theory of the week.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know I was getting a drum roll, but that's cool.
Ding!
Carol is actually going out guerrilla warfare style, and she's going to take off some of these people on her own. Because she can't live between the 2 worlds. That's what's driving her crazy. She allowed herself to love again, but she realizes, like, she has to be the killer, and so she's
looking for love in all the wrong places? Is that their problem?
She has that. I mean, she even hugs Daryl at the end there. I mean, she's kind of like, does she? Does she hug him? Maybe I'm making stuff up. But they have this moment there, and I think
they did have a moment.
I think that she's kind of like, yeah, I can't be here with you guys because I have to be out there. Like,
well, I got Morgan watching me and just judging every move I make. It's like I'm back in high school again. I can't stand Morgan. Russ, you had a different theory. You want to talk about the one you had today?
Yeah, I was thinking that Carol was going to go live in that other group.
With Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
Because they don't kill. They don't kill. So
I would have bet money that Russ was going to say Carol was going to Jack in the Box for tacos.
I would have taken the over on that.
I knew what he was going to say, and I still would have taken that bet. No, I like Matt's theory that this could be that she's, like you said, she has to go out there, but I kind of like Russ's theory that she's going to go and go with the passive group, which is not
this is where Russ and I split part our ways. So we went twice.
The marriage is over.
I think she's gonna show up at their gate and she's gonna have a basket of cookies and she's gonna be like, "Come taste my cookies," and they're gonna be like, "Come live with us," and that's it.
And that's the last we see of Carol. I'd rather her go on a blaze of glory than just she goes and lives with these people making cookies. Right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Blaze of glory.
Both theories, I kind of like. I can go with both theories, so I can't really argue for or against either one.
Cool.
And that's it. That's all we have.
I'll take that. I'll take that as a win.
And do a short sports segment here.
2 episodes left of Walking Dead.
2 episodes left.
Dun dun dun.
But quick note.
Wait, before everybody leaves. I'd like to thank 3 special patrons: Tack from Tokyo, Eckhart Richter Glaffelter, and Brad from Chicago. Thanks for helping us out. Thanks for doing it. Go ahead, Mike.
The Walking Dead finally did have an uptick in ratings.
Really?
They've been falling every week, and they finally went from 12.5 million to 12.7 million.
But most shows would be happy to do that kind of amount. But they used to do, 15, 16, 17 million, right?
Yeah, they started off season with 14.6.
But even last year, they were doing 15-something million.
So they're dragging the 3 super guys down with them.
They are. I can't be blamed for the bad ratings, bad downloads. All right, Russ, do you have the bracket handy? The who's in first, who's in second, who's in third?
I do.
Who's done?
In first place, we have
Mike's
someone
phone.
called Lee Tom.
I know.
86.
I'm not going to text message that time.
You say again, Russ?
Lee Tom 86 with 470 points.
Wow. What's his what's his overall? Do we get his overall ranking? What he's in? With everybody involved. Because at one point I was at 5 million, then I climbed up to 500,000 something, and now I'm down to like 4.5 million again. Maybe worse. I didn't even look at it after Sunday. I didn't even look at it. I go, nah, I don't want to look at it.
I was pretty disappointed with Michigan State. I was like, that's it. I'm out. Like that.
I just got.
So.
What was your name on here, Matt?
Matt.
Not Penny's picks.
Oh,
Penny's bracket.
You're actually, Matt. You are tied for second with me and Corey.
What?
Yes. You've got 450 points along with Corey and I.
Wow.
Huh. Well,
and then rounding out fifth.
I'm not pitching $5 for you guys.
Rounding out fifth place is Slick's Picks.
Slick's Picks. Who's Slick?
Slick.
I don't know.
NC. That's Chargers my kid. I put my kid in too because we actually had a discussion about this, right? Like you put your kids into this pool. I mean, what are you like?
Who are you, Adam LaRoche? You can't just leave your kid alone. You have
to. There was no dugout rules, okay? NC Charger is pulling up 7th.
Oh, 7th. But if you look at who I have nobody left. Oh, one bracket I think I'm all right, but there's one bracket.
I've got nobody left.
Nobody left. Well, I got nowhere else to go. Hey, why we got you guys on the line here? You guys heard about the Adam LaRoche story?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Matt?
No.
No? Okay, it's a Major League Baseball player for the White Sox. He likes to bring his kid to the clubhouse. His son's 14 years old. I guess some players complain, and so the general manager came in and said, hey, you can no longer bring your kid here every single day. And he said, all right, I'm out of here. Go ahead, Mike.
It was written into his contract when he signed with the team that he could bring his kid to the clubhouse.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yes, it was. Wow.
So now he's going to sue.
He actually, didn't he retire?
Yeah.
He quit, but if they
I think Adam Roach was also homeschooled.
Wait, what?
He's turning down $13 million, Matt. He would make $13 million this year.
No, it's 2 years. I thought 2-year contract.
All right, 2 years, $13 million. That's a
13.5
hard sacrifice.
It is a bit. To me, I said on the Married Man Show, I go,
Not me.
You know, you may like your kid. You may think your kid's the greatest thing in the world, but not everybody thinks your kid's the greatest thing in the world. It's like you don't want to bring your kid. I mean, I don't mind once in a while, but every day.
Sure. Right.
But
yeah,
then,
that would be a lot.
Who's the best player on the team? That team? He's like a Spanish guy.
It's a pitcher, isn't it?
I thought that was a infielder.
Oh, maybe.
No,
it's the White Sox.
I know who you're talking about.
Well, apparently there was a guy on the team who had to leave his kid in Cuba or something.
Ah, yeah, I did hear that. Yes.
And so
never gets to see.
He feels like it brings up like bad memories seeing Adam Roach bring his kid to the clubhouse every day. So he's the one that complained to the general manager.
And since he was the best player on the team, and Adam LaRoche wasn't.
Let's see. Well,
it's like gossip like in high school.
And I missed out on it. I feel like I've really missed out on some heavy news here.
It's a big story on sports radio.
If I was that guy, I would be a little leery and might end up with an arrow through the eye.
Tying it all together.
Keeping it on topic. Anything else in sports we should know about? Russ, you guys your Kansas City Chiefs lost a great defender today.
They did, but that's football.
Well, you want to tell who it is and what happened?
Justin Houston.
Yeah.
Yep, he's got a little ACL problem.
A little.
Well,
could be out the season.
Not a full tear, but they know when he's going to be back. So I guess it all depends on a lot of how the PCL heals and all that. So
are you worried? It's Andy Reid is coaching. Are you worried for the season this year? Well, they said Jamal Charles went down and they survived.
Yeah.
When you have Alex Smith, do you ever worry?
No.
Jamal Charles will be back.
Can he sack the quarterback?
Hey, the way I look at it? The way I look at it is we finished second to Denver.
Yeah.
And Denver's quarterback right now is Robert Griffith, so I'm not worried.
But he could. What if Robert Griffith comes back to his? What if RG3 returns to his form of his rookie year?
I don't think he will.
You don't think so?
No.
Nope.
I think the Redskins destroyed him.
I guess we'll find out. Anything else? What's going on in your world, Miami, Mike? How's the sports?
Oh, you didn't see the big news? LeBron James unfollowed Cleveland Cavaliers on his Instagram.
Oh no!
Wait, LeBron James unfollowed the Cavaliers?
So what does it mean? Is he coming back to the Miami Heat?
Well, he plays for the Cavaliers. Why would he unfollow them during the season?
They just lost by like 30 points to the Miami Heat.
Oh, so he's mad.
So he unfollowed the Cavs the next day.
He's a free. He gets to opt out right at the end of the year.
Yeah, I think his contract lets him opt out every year if he wants.
He goes to the Lakers.
I have to think. He's not gonna go to a team that's rebuilding. He's not getting any younger.
So he joins Golden State Warriors.
I think that you look at LeBron James, and he left Cleveland on a bad note. He was terrible the way he did it, on live TV, and they all burned his jersey. He comes back to Cleveland. He gives them two seasons it's been? 3 seasons?
Yeah.
2 seasons? If they don't win the championship this year, I think he's going to opt out and go somewhere else. But I don't see it being the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers need a lot. They have a lot of holes. Have to be a team that's competitive. Maybe San Antonio, maybe. Because won't what's his name be retiring soon? The center, Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan only makes about $10 million, so it has to be a team that can pay him like $25 million.
All right, what team is out there that can do that?
Well, that's why I say the Lakers. I mean, Lakers can buy a team.
But he has money. He wants legacy. He wants to win championships. He's going to make money no matter where he goes. All right, I'm the only one here thinking that. Okay. Anything else going? Matt, Colts?
No, I just want to say I was really.
Well, you had the Peyton Manning story.
What?
How he turned down retiring with the Colts and he retired with the Broncos instead.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
No, I hadn't heard about that.
Monday or Sunday.
Really?
The Colts and to retire with them, and he turned them down and retired with the Broncos instead.
Interesting. Wow. Well, good for him.
Wow.
I don't have anything to say to that. What I was gonna say was I was really excited about IU beating Kentucky. That was really.
Yeah.
And I was watching because I didn't get a chance to watch the game, but I was watching kind of the highlights, and I thought it was funny though because the announcer referred to IU as the Indy, and I just was like, what? Why would you refer to IU as Indy? Because they're not in Indianapolis at all. It's not. It just makes no sense.
Is it Indiana?
So, I guess so. I guess because it's Indiana, but I've never heard anybody refer to Indiana as Indy.
Well,
Indy is just Indianapolis.
Some people refer to California as Cali.
Cali, but that's.
But I don't get that. I don't say it personally. People.
But there is no city called Cali. It would be like if the capital of California was called. Cali.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is Cali. They may change it from
but
Cali.
You're cutting California down from 4 syllables to 2 syllables, so you're saving some time there.
I just don't do it. I'm not doing it. I don't recognize it.
2 syllables, man. You know how much more you can do in your life with 2 syllables?
When you pronounce the whole name, you're taking the long way around.
But it's California.
Or as Bugs Bunny would say, California.
That's exactly how I like to remember it.
And I have no problem with that, Bugs Bunny.
Yes.
Well, that's all, folks.
He should have taken the short way around and taken that right out of Albuquerque.
Point me in the direction of Albuquerque, a song by the Partridge Family.
Before we sign off, I want to give a shout out to Jim Sorgi because he did retire as a Colt. A true Colt right there. He honored his legacy.
Oh, man.
So
like some big forehead guy.
You know what? I pass by that stadium almost every day, when I go to work. So
you pass by Jack in the Box.
Sorgi Stadium?
You don't stop there.
I don't pass by that
Stadium?
every day. No, yeah, Sorgi Stadium. I pass by that all the time. So
is there going to be a statue outside of Jim Sorgi and not Peyton Manning?
That's what I would do.
Yeah, probably. That'd be the smart way to go.
All they have to do is just change the forehead appearance, and it'll be all right.
So who's the most hated person in Indianapolis right now? Peyton Manning or John Clayton?
Probably John Clayton.
Because
Peyton Manning is still really loved. I mean, I know Mike's trying to start some. What? I don't know. But Peyton Manning does so much for the city of Indianapolis and the local
by ignoring
children's hospital. So I can't imagine that people really care if he did that or not. They would just be like, yeah, we still love you, Peyton Manning. But that's pretty much the general consensus.
I've heard people going back saying, no, we want to redo the draft and we want Ryan Leaf. They're so upset.
There's probably somebody out there, but not here.
North Carolina Chargers fans want Peyton Manning.
Right.
Well, I do now. At the time,
because he retired as a Bronco.
Well, no, at the time I wanted Ryan Leaf. But okay, I was wrong. All right, guys, that's our show for today. We'll be back next week with another exciting episode of The Walking Dead. Again, check out the whole enchilada feed on iTunes. You can get all our podcasts on there. And go to patreon.com/JayandJack and help us out if you can. All right, guys. Hasta luego and goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.
Great show.
Have a good week.
That was one.
Say it, Matt.
No, my
Arrivederci. See you next week.
Do you want to say a special goodbye to your friend there, Matt?
No.
See you later, Jim Sorgi.
He has a saying, and you stepped right on his line. You Jay Leno'd him.
Go ahead, Leno'd me, man. Great show, kid. It was 1 in a million.
There you go.
Jim Sorger, we love you.
All right, guys.